Hi, my name is Monique Steffens, and I'm honored to be your community education instructor for diversity and inclusion. This is the Canvas platform with which we will use as a tool for learning in this course. So one of the things we'll be doing in this course is talking about our identity. And I've chosen this course for a community workshop because we bring a whole lot of different identities as students in a program like this. My identities include mother, Washingtonian, educator, daughter, I'm white, heterosexual, I'm cisgender, I'm disabled, and I'm an older workforce person. So together we're going to explore individual and group identities, our frameworks of understanding, and ways to expand our awareness. So the reason that I chose this format is so that we can use a constructivist approach and you can contribute to the materials so that you can help guide our goals through your goals in self-discovery and learning. I'm going to show you the relevant features of the site and we'll navigate each point. And I'll point out some design features that we have and include the assessment at the end. And so let's get started. So where we started with this recording is the home page. This is a picture of me, and that identity wheel will be guiding some of the lessons that we will be doing in the first workshop. If you're new to Canvas, what you'll notice is on this left bar, there is a constant menu of options. Account will take you to settings that you can choose. Dashboard will show you all of the Canvas courses in which you might be enrolled. Courses will let you select one of the courses, which we're right now in the Diversity Inclusion course. Groups would be if we were to assign groups to do sub-conversations. In this course, we're choosing a blended learning environment. You'll be interacting face-to-face at this first class and every other week. We won't be assigning groups through the Canvas option, and I'm choosing that so that you can explore your identities together face-to-face and on a blended learning environment online. I don't want to section us out into smaller groups. You'll see a calendar feature here. Inbox, just like your mail, as your email, you might be familiar with Hotmail or Yahoo. This lets us communicate with each other in email within the course. Commons brings you to common material, and so that's like open educational resources. And then there's a help feature. So let's go back to courses. And we're doing the Diversity Inclusion course taught by Steffens. Okay, one of the things that I like to do when I design a Canvas course is that I have a minimum amount of things here on the left. We're going to go ahead and go into student view so that you'll only see that which a student would see. Right now we're in the instructor view. Okay, so welcome. Here are the modules that we have to guide our exploration of the topic of diversity and inclusion. I would invite you to explore the thought that we are not here to create diversity. Diversity is all around us. We are here actually to identify diversity, all the opportunities and challenges it brings, and how we might be more inclusive in each of our personal and professional environments to really be able to enjoy the strengths that each diverse population and individual brings. So this introduction is designed so that you can remember the different identity wheels that we have. This course plan is here to show you that there are modules. It's to give you an outline, kind of like I'm doing in this video. Also shows you that I'm not locking any materials and that I'm really holding you as stewards of your own learning. I don't have deadlines or due dates. I'm asking and inviting you to explore things at your own pace. I do believe that your vulnerability and courage in engaging in conversation and leaning into your own discomfort, if you experience it, will really help enrich this course for yourself and others. Here you'll find the learning outcomes. I would really invite you to take a look at these learning outcomes so that you can better articulate the role of culture with a strength and challenges framework. We'll be exploring that further in the following modules. I really would like to invite you to use your professional structure and see the lens of oppression and inclusion and expand opportunities for those in your professional life. I'd also like you to identify your personal frameworks and expand the awareness that you have about your own impact on the guiding beliefs that help you navigate your day. And I invite you to examine oppression and privilege, and that those influence the outcomes. We'll also explore not only humanitarian outcomes, but the economic impacts. We'll be examining skills to enhance your communication, compassion, curiosity, connection, and commonality without minimizing differences. As you're in the Canvas course, I invite you to use this next button, which will let you go to the next module, and this here describes the course schedule. So as you can see, there is some self-paced options where you have a choice to join in discussion or read a prompt when you want to, but you are invited to come and meet face-to-face every second week, and I really, really encourage you to do so. It is much easier for us to embrace this material face-to-face. On our first week, we'll set norms to help identify what will help each of us participate to our maximum value and potential. We'll discuss that identity wheel as a framework, and as we're doing now, we'll review the modules. Next week, I invite you to review and contribute materials for discussion. What really has you curious? What is it that you're so interested in knowing more about and understanding in more depth that you're willing to construct this course together with us and guide us into discussion of that which is most important to you? And week 3, we'll be back face to face so that we can discuss our experiences around the materials, those which I offered and those which you contributed. Week 4, we'll be back online and review lesson materials 1 through 3, which we'll go over in this course review recording. Week 5, we will meet face to face so that we can identify next steps to implement civic engagement in your personal and professional life. I'm going to go back to the modules so that we can zoom out and see what we've done here. We did the welcome page, the course plan, the course schedule, and that brings us to establishing class norms. I have an example up here. When I got this course, when I reviewed this course with a couple of students, I asked them, what helps you feel safe to express yourself? In order for you to participate in this, I have some examples. As the students talked, I pushed reply and typed their responses. So you'll see that I typed listen without interrupting, listen for understanding, be respectful. You could do the same thing by say, I want the class to, and fill in your own responses. You're welcome to right-click and use spell check if you like, and post your reply. This is a great place for us to add what we want to know and to refresh and remember what we agreed upon earlier. Again, you can use the next button, and that will take you to the next module. I invite you to journal as a tool in this course. Journaling helps you jot down ideas around your projected experiences and events so that you can capture your anticipation and assumptions before the video or material that you are about to embrace. Then compare those ideas afterwards. This lets you revisit a moment that might otherwise shift through recollecting. So that way we can say, what did I believe or perceive before the material? And you can then journal in the process of experiencing the material. I invite you to journal while watching videos or exploring other materials that students provide. That allows you to process experiences real time. You may vent or follow a stream of consciousness, and that way you can choose what you want to share and what you don't, but you can come back to all the different things that your brain is saying, what about this, what about that? Sometimes, if we watch a particularly triggering video, a lot of things can come up for us, and we want to not lose opportunity to come back to those questions. I really invite you to explore journaling as a part of this course. I will not be reading or collecting journals, yet I do welcome any discussion that they may trigger. If you have questions or concerns, please contact me so we can explore them and maximize your tools for learning. The first material that I offer for you to explore is this, which is Temple Grandin. She's on the Autism Spectrum Disorder, ASD spectrum. And in ASD spectrum, for those of you that are not familiar, if I am somebody on the ASD spectrum, I struggle with all of the nuances and communication styles and emotions of the typical mainstream person. So instead of intuitively understanding what your tone, words, and body language and customs mean, I need to, on the ASD spectrum, build a list of information or data I receive, and then what are appropriate responses to those things. So someone on the ASD spectrum clearly has challenges in navigating social interactions real time. Temple Grandin has been an amazing steward of sharing what it's like to be on the ASD spectrum. This podcast shows some quotations that speak to her as she has navigated her learning journey. You are invited to share what inspires, interests, or riles you about this material. The next video is one that I would like us to watch together in our first face-to-face class. In this video, I would like you to pay attention to your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. Afterwards, I would like you to share your experience with an essay. I'm encouraging you to have a 150-word minimum. If you don't want to write, you're welcome to record your voice, or you can record yourself with your phone or the school computer, or you can do art. I would really like you to process your experience of this video in any way that helps you communicate and assess that which you're experiencing. Again, I'm pushing the next arrow to move on to the next module. We can zoom out and use this trigger here with modules, or we can continue next. This one is a video that I'm offering as learning material. I am not going to give you an overview of what you're about to see. I will tell you that it falls under the communication topic. This is about the opportunities and challenges of people communicating. Please pay attention to what you're experiencing as you watch this. Please journal as you watch this. If you are interested in projecting what you think you might be about to see, please journal that. And we move on to another video that I've offered. Justin Ford here, in a TED Talk, TEDx to be specific, describes the pedagogy of privilege. He's addressing further conversation about the identity work that we'll be exploring tonight. Feel free to take a look again more closely at the Identity Wheel worksheet that we'll do in the first class as you watch Justin Ford's TEDx presentation. So those were some conversation starters that I'm offering as an instructor. I'm inviting you as community members in this continuing community education, hoping that the diversity of experiences and culture that you bring to this class will help inform each of us, myself included, in areas where you may have struggled with your identity, are exploring your identity, have felt oppression, have felt privilege, and anything in between. You're welcome to post art, podcasts, videos. Really, the limit is your own imagination. I'm inviting our material exploration to be as diverse as each of us are in this class. The next piece of these modules are tools that you can use to explore and inform the way that we communicate. This ladder of inference is a tool that I offer so that we can better break down the conversations that we have and our experience of the communication that we experience. So please, anytime you want to use any of these materials, feel free to click on the link. So just as you might have seen in other computer designed material, if you click on something like this, it will open. The way that I know that I can open it is I see this little arrow that tells me this is hyperlinked to a document. This here underlined, and then it shows that there's something action. If I hover over it, lets me know this is something that I can open. The .pdf means it's a picture of a document. I'm happy to help you to any level of technological ability. Please do not expend a lot of energy navigating the technology barriers that you may face. This is about talking about diversity and inclusion. So if you're finding yourself frustrated, please come seek help email me within this course or without. Come talk to me in class. My phone number, all my office hours, everything's posted on that first welcome page. So let's go ahead and click Next to take a look at asset versus deficit framing. I invite you to read the definitions of deficit framing and asset framing very carefully. Consider what it is I'm inviting you to think. So, we've been using the Next button a few times. What I would like to do is go back to modules to remind you there's two ways to move forward. So what we have done is gone through Welcome to Diversity and Inclusion. We talked about journaling. I offered you the quotations for contemplation by Temple Grandin, the frameworks of understanding and interpretation with the video Silent Beats, the video that I offer on communication, and we just looked at identity and privilege and ladder of inference as tools that we can use. We are now at asset versus deficit framing and moving on to lesson 3, which is tools for change. When you click on this, mapping the system, you can consider ways that you might be a change agent to foster vibrant diversity through caring connection using authentic, compassionate curiosity by mapping the system. Again, this is a PDF you can click on to open and download. I'm happy to offer technological assistance if you have any struggles through that. Go back again to modules, and the reason that I'm showing you this way is that if at any point in time you say, I want to go back and revisit those materials or see what other materials people have posted in this constructivist design course, this is where you'll see them. People might choose to add more pages and information. They might reply with links, and they might even offer tools or links to tools that are important to them. Again, the more that we bring our diverse perspectives and ideas, the more that we can create inclusion for more people. In lesson 3, we have mapping the system. This is a tool that I invite you to use to see who might be invested in resisting change and inclusion, and what is it that they fear about making more opportunities. By addressing those deep core fears, insecurities, and beliefs, we might be able to make more opportunities. When we look at this material, 3 ways of thinking and asking, I invite you to take a different lens, a professional lens of hiring, so that you can expand more opportunities for a more inclusive work environment. How many people fall in how many sections of the identity wheels that we explore tonight and will revisit throughout the course? Do you have people that are differently abled? How young is your workforce? How old is it? How many people of color? I think you get the general idea. So the design features that I have here are hopefully somewhat obvious to you as far as the home page, the modules, and the materials being offered. I'd also invite you to look at the discussions link on the left side. As we share our communication through the next few weeks, you'll be able to look at the discussions that are happening. This here, the 0, shows you whether or not somebody has posted a reply. So you saw in the example where I posted the class norms that 2 replies have occurred. If I want to show that I've looked at those 2 replies, I can click on this discussion and say, what is it that I haven't seen? And make sure that I've scrolled down to see if I've seen all the material offered by myself and my colleagues. These 2 clear circles would be completely filled with blue in the case of this Canvas course if I had not seen them before. Sometimes, if we have a lot of conversations, it's nice to be able to see, oh, I haven't read this yet, even if it's familiar to me because of another conversation. I'm really excited about moving forward in this course with you. I really appreciate you having the curiosity and courage to take it with me. You will be assessed at the very end, and you will also assess the value and opportunities provided in this course. So please do contact me if you have any questions, or you're feeling like you don't know how you want to communicate something, or that you're feeling uncomfortable with how something was communicated. I also invite you to extend that opportunity to your classmates. Is there somebody who can help you figure out the wording? This, again, is a class about all of us becoming one group together. Thank you.